Anas Sarwar.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Yesterday, John Swinney and the SNP government were held in contempt of court for failing to be open and transparent with the public. As that was happening, John Swinney finally admitted that the £600,000 that his party raised from members of the public explicitly to spend on a referendum campaign had been used for other expenses. A new police complaint is believed to have been lodged last night. A specific website was created. It was explicit that people were donating to a ring-fenced independence campaign fund. The same promise was made in letters, social media posts and media interviews. To quote one example, SNP, all the money raised on ScotRef website is ring-fenced to fight a future independence referendum. That was clearly a lie. Will the First Minister now apologise to all those members of the public whose hard-earned cash his party took on false pretences, and will he, unlike Nicola Sturgeon, fully cooperate with any new police investigation?
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, what I said yesterday was nothing different to what the Scottish National Party said in 2021. So I think Mr Sarwar's got to do a wee bit of a check of his press cuts before he tries to put that into his comments. I don't think it will be a surprise to members of the public that the Scottish National Party and John Swinney believe in Scottish independence. We raise money to deliver Scottish independence, and we've got every intention of delivering Scottish independence.
Anas Sarwar.
Presiding Officer, there are really serious questions here. Peter Murrell has pled guilty to embezzling £400,000. It has now become clear he did much of this by falsifying receipts, on many occasions pretending they were legitimate business costs. Political parties, like businesses, are able to claim back VAT on purchases relating to operating costs. That means fraudulent purchases recorded by the SNP using phony receipts may have been included in any reclaimed VAT. For example, the £124,000 camper van recorded in the system as a van will be subject to 20% VAT. The £3,000 robotic lawnmower recorded as legal fees will be subject to VAT. Or the ridiculous luxury egg poacher recorded as an Ethernet cable will be subject to VAT, all potentially illegally reclaimed from HMRC. Today, we have written to His Majesty's Revenue and Customs asking them to launch a full investigation into the potential defrauding of the public purse. So can I ask John Swinney, would he welcome this investigation, and will he launch his own audit so we can make sure that any misused public money can be recouped?
First Minister.
Let me help Mr Sarwar out with an update on information. The issues in relation to the implications of Peter Murrell's admission of guilt about the embezzlement of Scottish National Party funds does have potential implications in relation to the payment of taxation. That's why the Scottish National Party has already opened up discussions with His Majesty's Revenue and Customs on exactly that point, so that we proactively, in making sure that we deliver the highest standards of financial governance, which is exactly what I preside over, is taken forward at our own request with His Majesty's Revenue and Customs.
Anas Sarwar.
Can I thank John Swinney for accepting that there could potentially be illegal reclaiming of VAT from HMRC, meaning potential misuse of public money that should not have been claimed because of the fraudulent receipts issued by Peter Murrell. But that also demonstrates that this is the biggest political and financial scandal in the history of the Scottish Parliament, and it goes far beyond the crimes of Peter Murrell. So John Swinney won't get away with the same approach, a culture of secrecy, cover-up and deflection that led to the situation in the first place. Operation Branchform dragged on for almost 4 years. It consumed huge amounts of police time. It cost the taxpayer at least £2.7 million. It has raised profound questions about transparency and accountability at the heart of government. It has brought further scrutiny on the dual role of the Lord Advocate. It has raised issues for the governing party of this country with the misuse of £600,000 of supporters' money, and now there is an acceptance that there is a possible defrauding of public money and HMRC. So my question is this. It is beyond doubt that there should be a parliamentary inquiry. So will John Swinney now finally back that inquiry, or will it require further arrests for the public to get the truth?
First Minister.
In the course of that rambling explanation from Mr Sarwar, he said that there had been an extraordinary amount of time and resource spent on a police investigation. There has been. There had to be, because my party was the victim of criminal embezzlement by somebody that was trusted in my party. So that investigation had to take place. But what Mr Sarwar now wants to do is to have another investigation, because I presume he didn't like the outcome of the last investigation because it didn't suit the priorities that he's setting out. Now, last night I convened a meeting of my party's National Executive Committee to make sure that we could take the action necessary to address the implications of the conviction of Peter Murrell. We agreed unanimously to act to secure the party's interests by instructing our solicitors to begin action in court to recover the money that's been stolen from us. We have significantly improved our financial procedures and controls over the last few years. I've taken strong action to make sure that we have effective financial management in the Scottish National Party. We've put in place the measures to make sure that we have the highest standards. We've had a police investigation. There can be no higher and more forensic investigation than a police investigation, and I therefore do not support the establishment of a parliamentary inquiry, because we've had an investigation and it convicted somebody for embezzling from my party's funds.